Yo, what is going on, guys? It's C-Brev. Welcome to another MLB The Show 20 card review. In this one, I'm going to be going over 89 overall prospect Nate Pearson from the Toronto Blue Jays. You can obtain this card through Prospects Set 1 packs or from the marketplace. He's currently selling for around 40,000 stubs. This card was highly requested from a lot of you. He's been kind of highly regarded throughout the community so far this year, and I was very excited to get my hands on him, and I've got kind of a longer breakdown to go over with him for you guys, so excited to do that. So first off, just to get it out of the way, I think that Nate Pearson is strictly just a better version of Michael Kopech in every way. If you had to pick one or the other, I would take Pearson every time, despite Pearson not having a two-seamer. His off-speed is just so much better than Kopech's in so many ways, mostly in regards to control as well as speed differential, much better than Kopech. So the reason I compare the two is because they're both prospect pitchers with outlier 1, which means their four-seam fastball can hit 102 miles an hour, and so that's typically the most common comparison you can make. But just to get out of the way in the front of the video, Pearson over Kopech every time, in my opinion. So obviously now you know this review is going to be pretty good. I think Pearson is debatably the best prospect pitcher that we have, starting pitcher, and he's definitely top 3. I think Luzardo, who I've reviewed already, Casey Mize, who is coming later today in a card review, and this card are all kind of interchangeable, really close in power level, and all debatably top 5 in the game. There's like 10 pitchers that are like debatably top 5 right now, which is kind of hilarious to me. But this is one of them. I think the card is really good. I think the speed differential is amazing on this card. Very different story than with Kopech, where if you can tell someone's sitting fastball and they are able to hit the 102 fastball, you can throw off speed at them, you can locate it most of the time, and you can get them swinging early for outs. Much better changeup on this card, although it doesn't break a lot. It's a good change of speeds. The fact that it doesn't break a lot is actually kind of good for him, because it comes in tunneling like a fastball sometimes, especially if you throw it high. Which I was doing a lot, throwing a lot of high changeups with guys with outlier 1. Seems to be a really effective way to pitch this year, because they have to gear up so hard for the 102. Also, his slider went as hard as 95 miles an hour, which is just a ridiculous slider. Again, another off-speed pitch that can be thrown up in the zone very effectively. It's very hard to turn and burn on a high up and in slider that's coming in at 95, especially to a left-handed hitter. So if you can locate your off-speed with this pitch, with this pitcher, you're going to have a really good time. I actually almost recommend pitching backwards with this card, in that you throw off speed early in the count and try to blow them away with fastballs at the end. That seemed to be effective for me. Also with the curveball, I like that it's not a 12-6. I've always liked traditional curveballs more than 12-6s because they have horizontal movement as well. It also breaks kind of sharply despite being below 80 miles an hour, which I thought was pretty unique. So overall, this card's stuff is nasty. His control is kind of iffy at times, but he does have low control ratings. But really what I was concerned about was control with off-speed, and it seems like his off-speed control is decent and much better than Michael Kopech's was. I think the main flaw with this card is the stamina, because he has outlier 1, and you're throwing a lot of gas for most of the game, on top of the fact that he gets a lot of strikeouts, which by nature causes him to throw more pitches than someone that pitches to contact. He can really run out of steam by the 4th or 5th inning, so just keep that in mind. If someone's really working the count against Nate Pearson while you're using him, and he starts to get around 70-80 pitches, definitely look to make a move to the bullpen soon, because this card really relies on being in the green energy for his stuff to be most effective. But I think his stuff's pretty nasty. I've talked to some other top players who don't think this card is very good, and I'll just have to respectfully disagree with them on that. I will say I have gotten hit around sometimes using this card, but then again, he's one of those cards where if you run into the right person who's just not prepared, it's pretty much a free win, because he just has them off balance the entire game. So starting pitching is kind of weird this year. It's so skewed from Kluber and Hal that it seems like most people think if a guy doesn't have a 3 or lower ERA that he's trash. I definitely did not have a 3 or lower ERA with this card, but I still think he's a very effective pitcher. So as always, we'll rate the card how he rates in the meta, and we'll rate him compared to how much he costs. How he rates in the meta, I'll give him an A-. Like I said, borderline top 5. If I was going to play in a tournament tomorrow, I'd have to think about putting Pearson in there. And for the price, I'll give him a B+, because 40K is actually kind of expensive right now for starting pitching. So hope you all enjoyed this video. Drop a comment down below if you want me to review anyone in particular. Like I said, Casey Mai is coming later today for those of you that have been asking about him. Enjoy these clips, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Beat me every single time, especially in BR. When does Vaughn review come out? 37 minutes.
But it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time.
He's definitely going on this shit.
Hitters.
Ozzie! I literally slide stepped. I hate my fucking life. Dude, I can't steal on literally anyone and simultaneously somehow can't throw anyone out. It's really a fucking mystery. No, I haven't finished Elton. I haven't finished any prestiges. They're all not even close, actually. Damn, Pearson slider's 94. That's nasty.
And that'll bring up runner in scoring position with Sugan. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
Ellipsis. Wow, Crown. Has that ever happened before? I feel like you always give up 16 runs in those innings. Does Barry Larkin suck? He's sucked for me so far. He has the same problem as Posey in that he always faces righties. Ellipsis. Ward, you gotta chill, man. Saying some weird shit, dude. Second best level 100. I think the best two are probably Sandberg and Reggie. What the fuck? Dude, that is so disgusting. Look at this feedback, man.
Soto to the plate now. He'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away.
Like an hour and 6 minutes ago, 40. No noti game for you, bro.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Great pitch.
Well, one pitch down, 1-0. Feels good. You were waiting for Faraband? Okay. I don't have him in the bullpen, bro. Imagine if I just didn't throw a fastball first pitch. This guy would be fucking lost. Jesus Christ. Ellipsis.
Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
Behind 0-2 now.
You don't know how to play first base.
Yo, Mom, thanks for the follow, bro.
It's not that hard, Scott.
Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream.
It's incredibly hard.
These speakers are really loud. Top 51 player. Yeah, I'd have to go edit all of my fucking YouTube titles. That'd be fun.
You don't know how to play first base.
Flatwoods with the sub. What's up, dude? Thank you so much, Flatwoods. Means a lot, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You don't know how to play first base. Scott? That's right. It's not that hard, Scott. Tell him, Wash.
95 slider, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Biggie. I'm glad I got Mantle done. already. Ellipsis.
Pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's
Patches O'Houlihan. I fucking love dodgeball, dude. Good work on the cap, my friend.
called strike one. Ball one as he lays off below the zone.
What's up, Flowers? I'm good, man. How are you, friend?
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. 2 out, nobody on.
That's awesome, Darian. Congrats on pulling Cole, dude. What's up, Whiskey Gamer?